You turned your phantom power on
Yes.
for yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to leave it off when you plug in, so I didn't turn it on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I turned it on after everything was plugged in.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Yeah. See.
Guys, welcome back to Jacob V Weekly. We want to start like we do every week by reminding you to check out Caddyshack of Hamel, Illinois. CaddyshackIL.org. Save a life. Or 9. The dogs love that. I'm in a band called Blinded by Stereo. We have a new vinyl EP out. We have an older vinyl LP. Both are available on our Bandcamp, blindedbystereo.bandcamp.com. I'm in a band called Kits Row. We have new music we are working on all the time. Follow Kits Row on Instagram to stay in tune with everything we're doing, because it's going to be a fun year. I had a very fun time last weekend, a surprise little birthday pop-up cover gig for Molly from No Antics. She turned 30, and we did a little show at Marshmallow, and that is available exclusively to paid members of our Patreon, patreon.com/JacobV. If you want to check that out, we did like 8 songs, and different people came up and sang them that were all friends, and it was a full room because it's not huge there, and it was really a good time. And that's the kind of stuff that lives behind the paywall, because
Love that.
you know, we've discussed it at length.
It's a birthday party.
It's a birthday party.
I love that.
But if I'm going to set up to play music, I might as well set up cameras, because I need the content, and it's what I prefer to be doing.
Sure.
I would be...
Now, did I see that she was crowd surfing?
I don't think... No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure you would.
I would remember that if that had happened while I was there.
I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of her being hoisted up by...
She may have been hoisted, but I don't think she surfed.
Oh, okay.
There may have been a hoist.
You know what? Everybody go to the Patreon, check it out, and see
Go run back the Patreon. The first version of that is out. I haven't done a full
She was at least hoisted.
I mean, there were some big dudes there, and they're, passionate, and it's possible that she got hoisted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ruling it out.
It looked like fun.
Yeah. Locally, it's been a really weird time. It's been a couple weeks since we did an episode of the show, because the last one was so much fun. And it's the new year. And we started off the year with our own little game of Jumanji happening in the streets of St. Louis. In North County, there were multiple reports corroborated by the health department that 4 Vervec monkeys were on the loose. I surmise they were illegal pets that someone maybe even was breeding to sell, like people do illegally with dogs or cats or whatever. In this case, it was an exotic primate. And they got out, and I don't know that they were ever successfully recovered, but the search has been called off.
Really?
I don't know if that means they were killed. I don't know if that means that maybe the owners caught up with them and got them back into captivity.
Owners? Do we know where they originated from?
No, that's the thing. It seems like the only thing that makes sense is they were either being transported or held locally for illegal sell as pets. I am reminded of when Nelly had that mansion that he abandoned. Mm-hmm. He tore up all the floors because I guess he was going to redo them, and then before he ordered the new flooring, he abandoned the house entirely.
Interesting.
Because he was probably going to do like a zebra wood. Sure. Or maybe some kind of teak. Maybe he had wood he was going to reclaim from an old pirate ship, and that just didn't work out, and so he abandoned the whole operation. It's possible that somebody said, "I can't deal with these monkeys. anymore. I'm tired of having illegal exotic pets.
Well, they had a bunch of obviously false leads with the AI.
Well, okay, so
which
this
is hilarious because
the
why
animal control is saying that the AI posts of the monkeys in front of local landmarks make it confusing.
Yeah, like okay, so
guys,
we saw
how am I gonna find these monkeys
when you put them in front of the Enterprise Center?
What do you mean the monkeys are on top of the arch?
What do you mean?
So the people that work in animal control locally are easily confused by an AI image of a monkey at Tedros.
They're going to the Blues game.
They're at Crown Candy.
We went to the Blues game. We didn't see them. So
we shot everyone in the mezzanine at the symphony orchestra
and didn't find any monkeys.
No monkeys.
No monkeys.
And then that same weekend, a mature goat with a collar on was just parading north on Union. Same neighborhood as these monkeys.
Yeah, I did think Jumanji.
Everyone keeps saying O'Fallon. It's O'Fallon Park, which is part of like the hood, like North St. Louis.
You have to. There's too many O'Fallons.
It's too. We're reusing names too many times.
The park is very.
Everything needs
crucial.
just a serial number, and they all got to be distinct.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So get on that.
So how'd that goat get there?
That's the thing. I don't know. And I never heard about the goat. So there's been AI generated memes all week of 4 little Vervac monkeys or Verdac monkeys. I don't remember.
I don't know.
And then this mature graying black Billy goat.
Yeah.
And it's the team we need. It would be. It's a great. I'm gonna write a children's book.
We didn't know we needed.
That would be
a children's book.
It's just like the Ninja Turtles.
Sure.
But instead of a rat and some turtles, it's a goat
and some monkeys.
4, adolescent monkeys.
Yeah.
And he's going to teach them how to walk the streets of St. Louis safely.
Yeah, a children's book's a great idea.
Yeah, and then you do, the audio, and then you get somebody to produce a nice video of the reading. Yeah,
this could be a screenplay for an animated movie.
Because I have things like it's got to be set in St. Louis. But I mean, yeah, if we're going to
Illumination or DreamWorks,
if we're going to do a shitty CGI face on an animal in a film for a blockbuster with the family, why not set it in St. Louis? It's a geriatric goat who knows how to handle his own in the mean streets of North St. Louis, and he meets 4 lost little monkey, probably siblings, and he's got to show them the ropes.
Yeah. It's just...
And he could teach them the etiquette of visiting some of our public attractions. Like, hey, don't bring your concealed weapon to the zoo.
Sure.
That's a good message for the kids. It's a good message for those newcomers to St. Louis, even if they are illegal primates.
Yes.
But they called off the search. They said the AI made it too hard.
That's insane.
I demand answers.
I demand the AI pictures that cause the confusion.
I want to know the exact one. Which one was it?
Which one was it?
Which one of the AI generated memes of the goat with the 4 monkeys made you think that was real? And
this is
it inhibited your... are they looking for leads on Instagram?
You're just going to say, you know what? We're just going to let these 4 monkeys... What would you even call that? They're not... This isn't their natural habitat, so they're just like...
They're exotic. That's what exotic means.
Exotic, thank you.
Yeah. It's like exotic cars. It's usually an imported car that there's not very many of.
What is even between... Like, where could they even go? Between... You said... Wait, did the monkeys get let loose? Is O'Fallon Park, that's the one is the goat? Like, were they all in North City?
So this is from 6 hours ago. It was that was where all the sightings were that I heard of. As monkeys escape onto the streets of St. Louis, AI photos add to the chaos. A band of Vervet monkeys and a single goat were spotted. Now it's even... This is the thing. They were unrelated. Officially, in the news, the goat and the monkeys were never seen together.
Yes.
They were just seen in the same frame of time, in the same neighborhood. But this article's already talking like they thought they were all together. Which is brilliant. It's good for our brand.
Yeah.
And so this is the exact article of they're blaming these. Okay, this is too many banner ads for me to try to navigate. But Yeah, the search is over. Monkeys are still in the wind in St. Louis.
So, okay,
here's the... So now people are asking...
That's the same neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely the same neighborhood. Walking distance. Because I think the goat was like in like Walnut Park, like Union and like Natural Bridge. And then, which is one of my favorite neighborhoods. I love trying to get lunch there.
Love it.
There's a Schnucks and a Wendy's.
How far away is this from your work, do you think?
This is more into the city, so this is farther east. I would definitely go through this neighborhood on my way to work.
I gotcha.
But it's not all the way to work for me yet. I'm just north and west
of
it.
So their options are, looks like, stay in the neighborhood, go towards industrial complexes, or the mighty Mississippi, depending on which way they went. Because if they would have went west, it would have just been more neighborhoods, more sightings, but they're gone. Like, nobody knows where these monkeys are at.
Yeah, like, how do we know exactly where they went?
Yeah.
Who done it?
Who done it?
Who done it?
The fact that they're just gone is actually crazy.
Well, that's the thing. I as a resident, I would like answers. See, now KSDK wants us to question if they even existed.
No.
What began as neighborhood sightings quickly exploded into a viral phenomenon, spawning memes, late-night jokes, and even chocolate treats. But one central question remains unanswered. Were the monkeys ever real? See, I'm not falling for this. This is Fed slop. They're trying to get us to eat this garbage and believe, no, there weren't monkeys. People are just so creative.
Everybody's creative.
O'Fallon Park on Redbud Avenue on Thursday afternoon. This would have been last Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Department of Health confirmed earlier this week it called off the search for the animal, citing only one verified sighting of one monkey confirmed by a St. Louis police officer.
So, yeah, so there was at least a monkey.
I still think it was 4 of them.
I believe that there would be 4 of them. But we have, like, eyesight verification.
Okay, so they're reporting they did a Google reverse image search. See, this is how far journalism has fallen.
They're getting the source.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they were real, but I do think their whereabouts are a mystery, and I think they're in Bell Fountain Cemetery training with that goat. They're in the dojo with the goat in Bell Fountain Cemetery.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
What's that guy's name? Rush Limbaugh is buried there.
What?
Yeah, the goat and the 4 monkeys are in front of Rush Limbaugh's grave training for something. I don't know what.
I don't know.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned, folks. Up next, we just have to mention it. We have to get it out of the way. Now I know where Venezuela is. And I just remember...
South America?
It's in South America.
And...
it's kind of like by Brazil, kind of.
Yeah, but Brazil is so big.
Yeah, Brazil's big.
But it's like, I think it's like southwest.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't love unauthorized use of force. I'm kind of having like Dick Cheney, like PTSD.
Yeah.
I really, as a young person, I really feel like the corruption or misbehavior of the Bush administration really upset me. And
I'm sorry, it's Northwest.
That's what I thought. I was going to let you work on that.
Yeah.
And so after 9/11 and then that whole administration thereafter, just I've always kind of been disgusted with that kind of behavior. And kidnapping allegedly elected presidents of other countries is new. That's a new thing. I don't think anyone's ever thought of that. Has that
Can you say that again?
Has anyone ever kidnapped an elected leader like that before?
I don't know.
I need you to move your camera angle.
Like physically me or?
Yeah, I think so. Just because it's an iPhone. I would do it on the thing.
Oh, sure.
I can cut this out, but it's just because it's a little pointed too far to your left.
Okay.
Let's just point it more right a little bit, just to keep you in frame. See, this is why we don't do this live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah. Cut that.
Cut.
We're going to go for Venezuela again.
Venezuela.
So the kidnapping of the allegedly elected president of another country is new. I don't think that happens a lot.
You know what? Comment below other examples.
Sound off in the comments your favorite presidential kidnapping that really happened in real life. Because it happens in movies, like if you're Harrison Ford or Morgan Freeman or Jamie Foxx or Austin Butler or whatever his name is, you may find that you wake up on screen and you're in the Oval Office and you're the president. But rarely in real life do presidents get kidnapped.
And from my understanding, it was a president that was elected out. That was sitting in office, keeping the newly elected president from...
He was squatting in office?
Is that not the story?
I hadn't heard that.
I think I'm uneducated in this matter. So sound off below. What happened?
Go ahead and in the comments tomorrow when this is posted, if you could tell us what we're talking about. Venezuela.
'Cause we don't. Like why did he do that?
Venezuela. Because I think part of the argument is that that specific president, Nicolas Maduro,
yes,
sells oil and other natural resources to Russia and Iran.
And also, Trump took him out so that he could get his oil.
But that's the thing.
Venezuela.
It was the joke on the Chappelle show, and he did like my favorite sketch of his, Black Bush, where like the joke was, we all know it's about the oil, but we never say it's about the oil.
Sure.
Except this time,
I thought it was drug related as well.
It's also, they're attaching this because we've been nuking those boats, those Venezuelan fishing boats that are apparently trafficking fentanyl and fentanyl related precursors. However, so it's fentanyl, which is, they can now say is national security and terrorism. And then the, allegiance with Cuba and Russia and Iran and, our modern day Axis powers or whatever. And so all of that, but then we got to talk about, they pulled it off. And we didn't lose anybody.
And yeah, we didn't lose anybody.
I'm sure they killed some of them.
I'm sure they killed some civilians.
You think they killed some civilians?
Is that not also in the news? I mean,
God damn it.
Where are you getting your news from? Are you reading just like... Well, I will say that I get my news from...
Maduro raid body count.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I get my news from reliable sources at all, but that's just what I've generally seen while doom scrolling.
Okay. So the Venezuelan government is saying over 100 people died.
Yeah.
Including 32 Cuban personnel, while U.S. officials assessed around 75 fatalities encompassing Venezuelan forces,
yeah,
Cuban
they had a whole action movie.
And civilians. With at least 24 Venezuelan military and security officers killed alongside the Cubans, plus some civilian deaths as reported by Rue. Okay, so see, I don't love that either. That's crazy.
No, that's crazy.
Like if you pulled off a really impressive, totally clean smash and grab.
Yeah.
If you heisted them, but
no, they
killing anywhere between 75 and 100 people.
Yeah.
For a kidnapping.
What's the motive? I don't know.
Yeah, because it is oil.
Sound off below. What's the motive?
But that's the thing. The Bush administration would say, somebody's got to do something with the oil. We're not doing this because of oil. It just happens to be there.
It just happens to be there. So now
it happens to be coincidentally a perfect linear relationship between the amount of oil they have and the amount of freedom they need.
Okay, so here's a question. So I just saw on the news today that we have purchased Venezuelan oil, and that seems like a huge deal. It is a huge deal considering the context we just talked about. But were we not buying from them for a specific reason, and were we just buying it from...
Yeah, we had sanctions on them.
Were we buying it from the Middle East? Because that was the...
Yeah, our main oil relationship... Well, also, here's the thing. When John McCain ran for president against Barack Obama, we did not produce enough oil on our own soil.
Yeah.
And that's completely changed since then. That's what the show Landman is about. Is now we produce way more of our own oil domestically. That was the word I couldn't think of a second ago.
Sure.
Than we ever used to. Saudi Arabia also has pretty much the rest of it in terms of how our economy does with oil.
Yeah.
Russia does oil, and that's always the part that complicates.
And what does Greenland have? I feel like they have like uranium or some shit.
I think I had an idea.
What's the one thing from Black Panther? I feel like they have that.
I have an investment idea. Is that we should buy several acres of land in Greenland and then sell it out by the square foot on an app, like how people do.
For why?
Because it's going to go way up.
Whenever we acquire it.
Yeah, it
the US
definitely has more sophisticated infrastructure than Puerto Rico. If we just establish that sort of a relationship with Greenland that we have with Puerto Rico, I think people will want to hang out there.
Yeah. No, I genuinely want it to stay where it's at and to keep living its best life.
But the thing that doesn't make sense about the recent behavior of the administration and how it plays with geopolitics is it's like NATO only really makes sense because our Air Force and Navy reinforce the expectations of NATO. But it's a conflict of interest for NATO for us to impose a threat on Greenland at all, especially with any violence. And because we've had military bases there and whatnot. We can have as many military bases there as we want. They like it. They like it. So, and this is really hard for the flat earth people because the reason geopolitically that Greenland is a thing that we need to worry about is because of it's a middle point between us and Russia near the top of the earth.
Interesting.
So the problem is if Russia wanted to send nukes or something, I guess, over the very tippy top of the earth, Greenland would be our primary point of defense.
Really?
Yeah, and if we don't control and protect Greenland, then Russia could compromise Greenland, and then Russia would have a more direct access to us over the tippy top of the earth, because Russia extends into the Arctic.
Interesting. Interesting.
This is a fun concept.
Too bad you won't be around to see it.
For the show is we start a topic that you know nothing about. And then I have to fill you in.
That's pretty much every episode. I just want, but I love that idea.
You're mostly in your algorithm. It's mostly clips from Drag Race.
Yes, and animals and like Dodo,
like llamas
clips,
and sanctuary farms.
Sanctuary farms.
Yeah,
a lot of that.
That's my Powerball dream. If I win the lottery, I want a sanctuary farm.
Yeah,
where I just adopt like weird pets that people can't handle, and we just make it work.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Some like ASMR style stuff where it's like
ASMR.
No, not like the legit ASMR, but like people just like doing shit. Like this guy, like the piano doctor, he tunes pianos for a living. And there's like moments of the video where it's like up close, really like I don't know. He's like tending to the piano, so it's got like that ASMR vibe to it where it's like sensory. Pleasure.
You an AirPod bitch?
You know what? I was just gifted AirPods by Santa.
See, I'm good. I should have been a detective.
Yeah.
A friend of mine posted a picture on Facebook. It's just as her cover photo, and it's her and her two sons sitting on a fireplace, and you could see trees out the window and whatnot. And I said, "That's at Innsbruck." And she said, "That is at Innsbruck." I said, "I knew it."
I knew it.
One time my aunt sent me a picture of my cousin just eating something, and I could tell from the wall behind her that they were at Canetto's House of Pasta.
You know, I think in this film, this animated film of the
goats with the Vervec monkeys,
I think you need to be the antagonist who's like a detective who
a detective in a Grand Marquis who's always one
who
step
uses
behind
that
him.
way, who uses the process that you just did, where you just like sit there and like, you know, I knew that. I knew it already.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Like, look at them. They're eating frozen custard.
Yeah.
There's only 2 places in town to get frozen custard.
And you're over here at freaking Silky's or Fritz's, and they're over at Ted Drew's.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
like,
on top of the arch with a flashlight. Like, where the fuck are they? They were just here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's perfect. It's perfect.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I just slide down the whole thing. Just down the whole side of the arch. And I come up and I'm all red. I gotta find these monkeys. St. Louis Pet Detective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's hard to find because the monkeys may not have ever existed. That could be the reveal at the end. Is that it was the whole time it was a kid on an iPad just making fake pictures and putting them on the next door app.
Yeah. And actually what you say after you slide off of the arch is you say, my grandfather built this, actually. Did you know my grandfather built this?
Yeah, people are running up. Sir, are you okay? I'm like, what?
It's fine. My grandfather built it.
It's good. My great-grandfather built this thing.
That's right.
I just was checking, making sure it's still here. We're still good.
You walk away limping. Anyway.
I'm limping right now. I broke my foot.
Okay, get me up to speed. I did not know this.
So the other day, I was running down my front steps. I had a guitar, and I was just plopping down the steps to go put something in my car, and I just landed off the last step sideways on my foot. I basically stepped on my own foot. And so what happens is I fractured the outermost metatarsal, which is the bone that connects the base of your foot to your toe. So in this case, it would be the bone that corresponds to my pinky toe. I had the exact same injury in high school on the right-hand side.
No way.
The outermost, and I broke my metatarsal back by the...
but it's the outside of your foot.
It's the outside.
And you did it how again?
I just stepped on my foot weird. I didn't even fall down. I just landed on my foot sideways. I guess put all of my weight on it.
Yeah, Kayla had that same... I'm pretty sure she broke that same bone when she was in high school, and we were like first dating. She was like dancing and like landed on it weird, and like had
all it takes.
Had a whole foot cast. I know.
Cast?
Well, she had like a whole cast. I know like you have a boot on and stuff.
I don't want a cast.
But it was definitely like you broke a bone, and so did she. And so I don't know if that was, it was like 20 years ago.
That's true. So, we're not getting any younger.
We're not getting any younger.
I have to go see an actual orthopedist on Tuesday, and I'm not looking forward to it. Because this week I just went to urgent care and got an X-ray and confirmed it was broken and got a boot.
You're gonna come out of there with a cast.
I want
to sign it.
You're the second person to tell me that. I don't want a cast.
I want to sign it.
I don't want a cast.
Sign it.
It'll be itchy.
You
can sign my boot.
Okay.
Everyone can sign my boot if it keeps me.
I'll do it next time when I know for sure what you're gonna end up in. Does it hurt to walk on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like significantly.
The boot helps a lot.
Yeah.
And then I also have a scooter, a knee scooter.
Oh, I was wondering if you
because Clay had the same injury on his right foot just a few months ago, and then my mom had foot surgery, so they both had this scooter.
Yeah.
And so I rode around on that all day today, but it goes too fast. I'm gonna really hurt myself.
They got brakes on that though, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna like flop over.
The scooter's the new crutch.
Yeah.
Although my neighbor does have crutches right now.
In the hallway at work, because it's like marble or whatever, I can really get ripping. That thing will get going.
Dude, I would be so irresponsible on that.
It's not been safe. I feel like I need to wear a helmet and a mouth guard.
And I love that shit.
Let's move on.
Here we go.
So at the same time that we're doing illegal military actions all over the world, ICE is shooting people.
Yep.
Not great.
Shooting mothers.
Yeah, women in the face. which is not, it just seems so unnecessary. And this is particularly offensive to people abroad, because in other countries, they're not used to seeing people get shot in the face all the time.
Sure.
And so when it really happens for real, it's very, very upsetting. It should be more upsetting to us.
Yes.
It is very upsetting, but
it's
we are so desensitized to it because people get shot around here in the face even all the time, and it's not cool, especially when it's like a militant, like federal government force that it's not like 100% agree that they're even supposed to be where they are.
The ignorance is getting so high. I am absolutely intolerable of it. It's
the fact that we even have to mention that we're not going to have a conversation about whether or not the shooting was justified after seeing everything we saw, and whatnot, especially because she didn't have a firearm.
No, she had a sweet elderly dog in the back.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she had a super sweet Subaruski.
Nope. She had a super sweet Honda Pilot.
It was a Honda Pilot?
Yeah, it was a Honda Pilot.
Oh my God, this thing is just getting worse by the minute.
Yeah. I come up from a family who's had a Honda Pilot or two.
You know what I like more than the Pilot is the Element.
You know what? I really wanted one of those cars as a teenager because it was so weird.
I know more than
so obscure
more than a couple drummers that have Honda Elements.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like a fucking floating box. You just like throw shit in there, and the way I think the doors open like suicide doors, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of easy access, you know.
Yeah.
But
take all the seats out, but the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Pack that bitch up.
Pack it up.
Sleeping bag.
Pack it up. Yeah.
I could live in one of them.
Yeah. So
I do think it's cheaper to live out of a car that still takes gasoline than it would be to live out of like a Cybertruck.
Sure.
Aren't they getting really expensive to charge?
I'm not sure.
I think
not in that world.
It's not cheap to do.
Yeah.
And
it can't be.
I know a guy who has plug-in hybrids.
Yeah.
So they're like hybrids that you plug in overnight, and so they added an extra circuit onto their garage or whatever to accommodate, or an extra meter even. And it's like $90 a month to charge their plug-in hybrids every night, and those aren't even fully electric.
And $90 a month?
I think so. It's an extra $90 a month just for that. But they get gas like twice a year now.
Oh wow, that's interesting. So like when I fill up my gas, I'd say it's like
plug-in hybrids hardly use any gas at all.
Yeah. I used to. Well, when I was driving more, I filled up like I feel like once a week. When I was like driving in from like the county or the farm and stuff.
Because I would love a self-driving car. I just don't need it to be fully electric.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like why can't my Volvo have autopilot?
Because you'll fall asleep. And
well, don't they make you jiggle it every every 60 seconds or something?
Yeah.
That's probably even too long.
I would try and
one of my favorite creators on the Hub. That's the whole concept is
self-driving jerkin.
No. It's usually a collaborative meeting of two performers in a Tesla that's driving itself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And that's exciting. It's just so right now.
Where are they like on an interstate freeway?
Yeah, 405.
Oh, interesting. In traffic or?
Sometimes there's traffic. I'm assuming it's tinted.
Yeah. Because
I don't think they're...
You can't assault people with your private parts in standstill traffic.
No, it's never standstill.
Yeah. Because that would take the fun out of it. And I could do that in my car.
Yeah, it's kind of stops being impressive if you're not... You got to be going at least 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
If the self-driving Tesla's not going at least 30 in the video of the,
But I know that somebody's ass is going to hit the steering wheel. That's
the thing I always worry about. Like, I don't know, I don't know what I'm sure they've addressed this, but, because if you just knock the steering wheel, can't you start taking over the car? Or do you have to say, give me control of the car?
Give me control.
Please let me control the car.
Okay, I'll take it now.
I'll take it from here.
Can it say no?
Yeah, it can say no, finish up, you're busy.
Yeah.
Can you look this up?
Sure.
The new food pyramid. As a fat person, people are always trying to tell me what to eat. And when I was a kid, I did 2 years at Mainier Elementary School in the Afton School District as a student. I was first and second grade. And we had the classic food pyramid. I remember learning about there for the first time, with like whole grains on the bottom and vegetables above that and fruits above that and like meat and whatnot. So this is called Eat Real Food. This is a new proposal of a new food pyramid. Whole grains it's an upside down pyramid. So the most stuff you're supposed to eat is at the top here. And we got a ribeye, we got a whole turkey, a whole head of broccoli, some carrots. What else is way at the top there?
A cooked roast chicken. I guess I just said roast chicken. Cheese. What is that? Ground beef in a container.
That's whole milk.
Whole milk. You know, they just got the
That's the
students.
new thing.
What did you have? What do you have at your school?
I think they always have 1% skim or chocolate, which I think is a 1% chocolate.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we had 2% or something?
I like 2%. Whole 2%. Milk makes it sound like the difference is from 2% to 100%.
Yeah.
And that's not the thing.
Sure.
I mean, normally, whole milk is not more than 4% butter fat is what we're measuring.
Sure. Okay, so we have salmon. Skin on.
Oh, skin on salmon.
Yeah, we have an over easy egg.
Oh, beautiful.
We have a yogurt with spoon in it.
Yeah, RFK loves yogurt. He loves fermented dairy.
We have tuna
in a can is above whole grains on the new food pyramid.
Yeah. Well, it's about protein. I think it's all about protein.
What about mercury?
I don't know her. We got shrimp. And we have nuts. We have a walnut.
You see a
we
walnut.
have an almond. I'm not sure what this one is because we got almond, walnut, and it just looks like...
It's a hazelnut.
Hazelnut. Thank you. We have a whole stick of butter.
You should eat a whole stick of butter before you even touch whole
Right above
grains.
that is an avocado, which...
These guys love avocado.
Yeah. Right above that is olive oil, extra virgin.
It's got to be extra virgin, brother.
Okay, so down here we have peanuts shelled and unshelled.
Because peanuts are a legume.
They are a legume, yes. And then we have a potato, got apples, canned green beans, a squash, a butternut squash actually, lettuce, blueberries, strawberries, oranges. Yep. Frozen peas are on there. So specific.
Frozen peas?
Frozen peas.
You should eat a fuck ton of peas, but they better be frozen.
They better be frozen.
Are they eating them from frozen?
I feel like they're... This is probably a little bit better of a conscience that they have, but they're trying to be inclusive as to far as like you should also
hey, you don't
peas.
have to eat peas right off the vine. It's okay if your vegetables are frozen.
They're okay if they're
I
frozen.
don't think it's ever the same. Like on Thanksgiving, I had to go find fresh Brussels sprouts because somebody delivered frozen Brussels sprouts. And water is one of the only molecules that expands when it freezes. And when it expands at the molecular level into a crystalline, icy form, it completely compromises the original fibers and tissue of whatever you're freezing, whether that's chicken or Brussels sprouts or whatever. It's never the same after you freeze it.
The old one does make me want to eat bread more, though, with how much is on the bottom.
Yeah, it's a lot of bread down there.
There's a lot of bread down there, and I love bread.
And this is from the era where you'd go to a restaurant and it was customary for them to give you a whole loaf of bread to play with before your food came out.
Yeah.
Because it's good for you. I remember being told as a kid you have to eat the crust on your sandwich because that's the part that's good for you.
That is not technically true. My mom is like a bread connoisseur right now because
Is she doing the bread thing?
She's doing the bread thing. She's been doing the bread thing where she's like
sourdough?
No. She'll do like whole wheat with like the wheat berry. She mills her own flour from these whole wheat berries that she gets, and then she'll use that flour to make a variety of things. Like waffles, cake. These pretzels.
What do you notice to be the difference?
The texture. There's more grain. There's more. It's like gritty, but it's not like she's been getting really good. Like it's become like pillowy and soft. Where originally it was like a paperweight style hunk of grain, but now it's like billowy and. I actually really like the bread. It actually reminded me of the St. Louis Bread Co. bread before all the changes, you know, like that really nice, like a bacon turkey Bravo type of,
I love
or like
bacon
just
turkey Bravo,
just a regular turkey sandwich. Like, so back to the crust. Yeah.
Yeah. So the crust is better for you.
I mean, it's just like, yeah, like what my mom told me is that all of the nutrients have been like taken out of bread. You know, that's how you get to like white bread. It's just like the refining of it all. And so I don't know about the crust, but I know.
What do you think about the new food pyramid?
I think that it looks interesting. I don't know. I have no real opinion on it. I mean, it's weird, but it's kind of like how I eat. I'm protein first right now.
I am trying to be protein forward. If I'm gonna overeat something, it's gonna be the protein.
Yeah.
I've been trying to skip the refined carbs as much as possible.
This pyramid looks like how I eat now, versus the pyramid is like this other one is like how I want to eat, with all that bread on the bottom.
Yeah, I want to eat a whole basket of rolls before I even see an appetizer.
For sure.
So the second half of the show, I wanted to commit to. We have some additional clips that we didn't get to last time of Corey Feldman versus the world. Now, Lucius, the reason I wanted to talk to you about this, see, Clay and I talked about the first section of the documentary.
Yes.
And my uncle and I saw Corey on the first leg of that tour. The first time he went on tour with the Angels, I saw him in Peoria.
That was with your uncle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the next time I saw him, which is kind of more the era we're going to cover in this part of the documentary, is the second half of the tour. He had a new guitar player by the time I saw him with you. And that was kind of a big transition between the first leg of the tour and the second leg of the tour, and we're going to cover some of that here. Can you hit the button that says Tour Vision?
Yes.
I would like to see this little 10-city run that we have right now turns into a bigger national tour over the summer. Then we go international in the fall. We want to hit Australia, UK, Asia, and then at the end of it come back and do like a bigger triumphant US tour in a year and a half. What's that place in New York? Radio City Music Hall. That type of thing.
You could stop that.
This is my...
So that's Corey's vision for the show that you saw. That's the show he wanted to take overseas and then grow and then bring it back and do a victory lap in amphitheaters and theaters.
That looks like it was parked outside of Kansas City in that.
That's the exact
frame.
bus.
Is it? Well, it's the exact bus, but it reminds me of that curve that it was on.
I don't know if
I
don't know if the director was in Kansas City or not. Her story's kind of weird. The director of this documentary, Corey, agreed for her to come and shoot some aspects of this part of his journey, and later decided he didn't want to use it. And she originally wanted to do like a reality show or something, and then she got a job as like a vice president of A&E, the TV channel. And so this sat on the shelf for years, because this is years ago that we saw him in Kansas City. But this is that exact same time period. It would definitely be the same bus. If there's any clips from Kansas City at all, I would not be surprised.
Sure.
Can you play the next clip?
Yes.
Young movie star.
This one.
Yeah, you want to close that one. And then the second button called Setup. This is part of the headache that I heard about before the show.
The screen will work fine. We're going to need to move those big amps so that the screen is a little wider.
There was 3 guitarists.
Every celebrity, when you meet them, they're shorter than you thought they were. Like, yeah. But that's cool. Whatever. I always try to make my expectations not low, but reasonable. So, I mean, but he looks exactly like Corey Feldman.
Guys, we're missing something. Corey!
He looks exactly like Corey Feldman.
We're missing something very important.
I feel like there's just kind of like an energy, maybe. It's just like a vibe. Like,
who is this woman again?
Probably more.
That's the owner of the bar they're playing at.
The bag of all the girls' costumes, the big one. Where's the bag with all the costumes?
So this is just like the gig I saw in Peoria. It was a mess. All the waitresses were complaining that the whole day before they opened was a nightmare because they didn't have this and they wanted to do this.
Oh, really?
Projector Scream is a real antagonist in this story.
Courtney's going to tell you right now.
I think I remember that when you telling me about it at the time.
Yeah, it was like
He played out of like a line 6 spider.
And he had a line 6 spider in a road case.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that conversation specifically.
Okay.
To stop it! Don't stop it! Do not stop it!
Oh, is it?
Do not, do not
Okay.
stop it!
There's nothing playing.
You understand the chaos. Like,
Yeah.
by the time we saw them in Kansas City, it was much more polished. The first leg of the tour, it was like barely happening.
Yeah.
The next clip is called Brittany. This is the first kind of glimpse we get into Trouble in Paradise. I think this
After
is the first
tour
girl
we
who
got back, it
quit
was like
that we really got to know.
Okay.
Wednesday night, and then I was thinking about it, and I thought, I really need to see my mom and go home for at
Pause
least
that.
a week.
Keep
And
it open, but pause it. She's the one that was playing guitar when on the last episode we talked about the part where he's like, okay, so you're going to go, that's who was playing guitar. And so she doesn't even necessarily rage quit. She wants to go home and see her mom while they're on break, and Corey gets mad and fires her. Go ahead.
Okay.
booked this flight, and I thought, all right, I'm just going to go, and I literally booked a one-way. Corey, I tell him that I'm leaving and going to the airport, and messaged me and was like super mad and was just like, I can't believe this. This is unacceptable, and I'm gonna find somebody else. And then literally put a Twitter call out like that night and was just like, we're looking for a new guitar player. And I was just like, damn, I guess like that. We are replacing you for the next few shows with a fill-in, and we will decide if we are going to keep her or look for someone permanent at that time. In the meantime, I also need the room cleared out by May 1st, as I had told you that Darcy was moving in at that time. When you're mentally and physically more prepared and
Their
your situation
girlfriend
is more
his wife,
stable, you can
Sharon.
approach
with
this again
her.
with a healthier and more
No,
professional
that's
attitude.
just-
Oh,
Until then, I
okay,
wish you
that's
and
who
your
All the
mom
girls in the band had
peace
to
and
live with
love.
them.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, but this is fucking nonsense. And to this point, that's what I wanted to say to him, is like, Corey, you're up your ass, and you need to stop and pull your head out of it, because you're going down and you don't even see it. But you need to look in the mirror and look at yourself before you start judging everybody and pointing the fingers all around you, because I'll tell you,
You
what.
can close that.
I know.
Right.
You need to point.
But very true.
So this is, so just miraculously they were able to get her on camera after she quit to document the drama, because it was kind of the first glimpse. We had one other girl quit, a drummer quit earlier in the documentary, and then but we never really get to talk to her. And so this is the first time where it kind of takes a turn and you realize there's trouble in paradise. Can you hit costume?
Yep.
There's a very misleading kind of idea out there that if a woman is beautiful, she can't possibly have any substance to her. When we did the Today Show the first time, everybody was convinced that those girls were miming it and they weren't even really playing music. Now, who would give them that half-cocked idea? Well, the media, that's who. But the reality of this situation is, I'm sorry, what? No, that's the beauty of it. It doesn't take away from it, it adds to it. Basically, you see these girls, they're in sexy outfits. God forbid a beautiful woman should be proud of her body.
God forbid.
And proud of
God
who she is
forbid. Amen.
by feeling sexy while she's on stage. Because there's something called the dark media who would love nothing more than to keep people confused and make them think that there's something dirty or wrong about the beautiful thing that we're creating here.
Boom.
You put it on a
Boom.
video
You can
that
close
doesn't
that one.
flash every 5 seconds.
So this is a recurring
Any
theme. They're
video
all
that's-
uncomfortable with the costumes, and then he's always doubling
The
down.
girls are uncomfortable with the costumes?
All of them. No, none of them want to wear that costume.
Yeah, it's like Corey has good intentions, but it
Does he?
gets lost like somewhere along the way.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly. To be able to feature young female musicians is awesome.
Yeah.
But then to dress them up as angels because that's what
In lingerie.
you want, and
Yeah.
because that's your brand. And you said it in the last podcast, but why did he do the angels? There's some significant
It's not.
reason.
It's not that significant.
Okay.
It's he used to have parties that were called that.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like Victoria's Secret
Oh,
coded.
Okay,
I think it was.
cool.
I think it's just an aesthetic he likes. But then that was sort of the theme of that double album, Ascension Millennium, that they were touring at the time. One of the setup things that made me laugh is it's about bubbles and lasers. If
Okay.
you could hit bubbles and lasers, because I wanted to illustrate some of the stuff we didn't get to about just how crazy it was behind the scenes.
Put it on a video that doesn't flash every 5 seconds. Just any video that stays on. In and out, on and off, on and off. I don't know why Eden isn't here doing this job and why I'm on a ladder, but this is not my job. Eden, the laser machine must happen. Like, these aren't optional. This must happen.
So if lasers and bubbles have to be going at once,
they're not.
Eden is Corey's brother.
Yeah. Bubbles only happen on Goonies, and you keep putting them on other songs. It's only on Goonies.
Yeah, you wanted me to do that. You wanted me to go through and put notes together, and I did that. And so if you didn't... Corey and I have a history of getting into fights, and a lot of times it's because I'm willing to say things that other people aren't.
Some of the cringe is my favorite thing. Let's jump ahead a little bit and go down to the clip called Man in the Mirror. This is one of the most agonizing parts of the film.
Okay.
Where they're trying to learn this cover of the song On the Road.
While they're on tour.
Yeah, they're already on tour.
Yeah.
And he's constantly trying to make the show longer.
Oh my God.
So I think musically now we have the format, but now I want to go into order with you guys on the vocal ending.
Yeah, and his face is like, I mean, and that's the thing, his actual vocal, it sounds like a scary, like, rock vocal. It does not sound like how he thinks it sounds.
Yeah.
It's gravelly in a way that I don't think he understands. And so it's always like a really produced track within like some gravelly, like goblin, like groaning all over the whole thing.
Yeah.
Can we go down to Crystals is one of my favorite moments. We don't have to go through everybody's testimony. I mean, we have clips here of all the other girls quitting and whatnot, but
this image looks better. I think this quality of shirt is better. And do we have the crystals coming?
We have other really important things we have to discuss.
Okay, another crystals coming?
So this is when their music director quits, and she's the musical talent really holding the show together.
I have to see what this is saying. She's the one this is the musical director, you said?
Yeah, and when she quit, she put this video out in real time because she wasn't allowed to say things, but she didn't want more girls to take this job.
Cool.
That was so crazy.
Okay, so it says, my health, safety, and mental peace of mind were constantly under attack while working for this artist. I and the other women on tour were demoralized, placed under ridiculous rules that often compromised our health. And then a piece of tape over her mouth that says NDA.
Yeah, exactly. So she releases this at the time, this is years ago now, because she was trying to prevent like other people from falling into this trap. Like he would be driving the bus himself when there wasn't a camera crew there because they kept having drivers quit, and he would be like trying to hit a baddie while driving the bus himself, and he's snorting pills the whole time.
Oh my God.
And go to the last clip, Lolita. It's my favorite moment in the whole film, and we'll skip some of the less interesting ones. But so the cat's out of the bag at this point, and all the dirty laundry is coming out from the girls that quit.
Shut this down.
What?
That's what's happening here.
What?
Mara Moon speaks out. Former Corey's angel. An open letter to Corey Feldman and his fans. It has taken me a little bit to collect my thoughts and to find the right words and spirit to sit down and pen this letter. I wanted to make sure that I came from the right place. I can't even read it because I'm just going to puke all over the place.
Nobody asked her to party.
She says I was not comfortable with what I was being asked to be.
That's one of my funny
Nobody asked her to
points
party.
Is Mara Moon, a girl who came on to play bass after their other bass player quit, says, I was not comfortable with what I was asked to be a party to. Meaning I was not comfortable with participating in this thing.
Yeah.
But Courtney, his wife, reads that as, nobody asked her to party. Go ahead.
A party to. And she's talking about the fundraiser and saying that it's bullshit and that I'm lying. On one occasion, I had lost pieces to my Lolita costume. My Lolita costume? She's referring to her angel costume?
Yeah.
Being yelled at to find pieces in a lost and found of undergarments. I was yelled at to just wear them and had thrown them at me when clearly they were soiled and either menstrual or fecal matter. My safety, both physically and mentally, were constantly under assault. My safety, both physically and mentally. Courtney, this is not the time for that. But she put our contracts out there. She puts our NDA out there and shows how she's breaking our NDA.
I hate these bitches. They're fucking ungrateful and disgusting, and I want to punch her in the face. A fucking disgusting person. I encourage this girl not to give up on herself.
This is crazy. And also Jacob has run away. So I guess let's look at these other clips that we haven't seen yet. Let's see. Loaders. Let's see what this is all about.
No, we need loaders. We need loaders in the contract. Every show, we need loaders.
Loaders. Wonder if that's another word for...
Phil! Stop talking over me.
I need
I don't know the word.
specific list of
Write it down.
stuff,
Write it down. We're going to give it
Roadies.
to you right now.
I need it written in an email and forwarded.
We don't have time for that. We're fucking sweating and hot on a bus, dude. We have to go in and load again, and we don't have people to help us. So you're going to have to write it down.
I can't hear you, and I don't respond to screaming. So if you
Yeah, I don't respond to screaming either.
How far did you get?
I got into loaders. I was just taking us back. I took us back because you ran off, and that's fine.
No, that part's crazy because
And-
he's like, he didn't think about it ahead of time. And Margot, the music director that quits, goes on to complain about this, that, they didn't have roadies.
Roadies, yeah. Which, because he was like loaders, and I was like,
That's what he
loaders.
means.
I wonder if it's another word for, and I was...
And so the girls were doing a lot of the loading, and of course Corey and his wife did not help, even though they had a
Well, they're sweating and hot in a bus.
In a bus, dude.
In a bus,
and they keep having
dude.
problems with the bus, but they're fucking this bus up. They got too many people in the bus.
This
They
is
have their
terrible.
dogs on tour with them. My favorite part, though, is when he says, honey, did you ever feel like a Lolita in your costume? She says, no, I don't even know what a Lolita is.
Wait, who says what?
When the clip I left during, because I had
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She says, I don't even know what a Lolita is. Did you make it that far?
I did.
And she was not good enough to be in the band.
Yeah, and then
She was
Courtney
not
has a
good enough
meltdown.
to be in the band.
This is the girl that came.
And here's the thing about this too. They get married at the beginning of this documentary.
Yeah.
They split up by the end of the documentary. But this
Yeah.
is like the third marriage of his I've seen televised. Because when I was a kid, he got married on The Surreal Life on VH1 to a different lady.
Yeah. Well, because his monster got to her as well. You can see how he just he unleashes it on the people that he feels deserves it.
And Phil is the big fat guy who's
With a beard.
with the long hair and the beard. And he's the guy he's screaming at in that scene. But Phil is the guy that fronted all the money for them to get the tour going.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
And so he's screaming at Phil like Phil works for him, but really they're trying to recoup Phil's investment to get, retainer for a driver and the rental of the bus and places to stay and,
Yeah.
So crazy. And then there's a part we skipped, but that
Was that Margot
at the end of
dismissed?
at the end of the tour, they fire everybody. Like nobody gets paid, at least not immediately.
Because Phil gets paid first.
Well, I mean, none of the girls get paid,
Which is terrible.
at least not
should
immediately.
be paid, yes.
And then Corey and Courtney go on their honeymoon to Hawaii.
What? Do you have a clip of this?
Yeah, go ahead. Go to where it says Margot dismissed, and we'll
Yeah.
let it roll for a minute.
Okay.
Because Margot starts to talk.
Okay.
So the last time I talked to Corey was on August 31st when he issued me a letter saying that over musical differences we will not be working together anymore, and I officially am not part of Corey's Angels anymore. That was the worst experience of my life. No tour has anyone treated like this with such health restrictions and shower restrictions and eating restrictions, and I'm still not paid. According to the rest of the girls, no one's been paid. So there's crew not paid. There's security not paid. The bus people haven't been paid. I wonder where all this money is going because no one's been paid.
We went on a honeymoon to Hawaii.
Yes, we are in Hawaii, and this is behind us is the great Kalapakawiki waterfall, and
it's edited as immediately the next thing, because that's what happened. They get married at the beginning of the movie, it's the first scene, and then they build up to the tour and the rehearsal. They go on tour, and then at the end of the second leg of the tour, which you and I saw, they don't pay anybody. They take any earnings from the tour and go to Hawaii for their honeymoon.
Was gone.
Crap, what did he say? What was gone?
Was gone.
Oh, shit.
Find out that Jackie, of all people, was gone.
Oh. Well, another one of the girls. Playing in the band, living in the house.
Gone. There was no goodbye letter. There was no thank you very much.
I think she goes by Jezebel Sweet, and since this documentary has finally come out, she's posted some statements about her experience.
Sure.
Anything other than dark power sabotage.
So when Jackie left, she left a gift. A huge black dildo on the bed. She had like the nicest room with the nicest everything and the nicest...
I don't want to watch too much of it, but
sure.
Darcy ends up also leaving. And then by
girlfriend.
Which is because they have like this open relationship thing, and then she ends up spilling the beans on all their goop. And then by the end, they're split up. I think they're still legally married as of today, but they're not together.
Interesting.
And by the time the documentary premiered, I believe all the women had been paid for their participation in the tour, but that was also several years later.
Sure.
Jackson and others.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to actually play. But I clicked on the one that said Media Blitz.
So, to bail himself out from the financial ruin of the tour, he then decides he needs $10 million to make a theatrical release of a film about his abuse experience. You can let that roll. But go ahead and play the clip.
Okay, here we go.
Feldman says he feels compelled to repeat his long-held claims about what happened to him as a child actor.
The former child star vowing to expose a ring of Hollywood pedophiles.
I propose to do this by making a film that'll be the most honest and true depiction of child abuse ever portrayed.
Feldman
Which
posted
nobody's
the
asking
video
for.
after launching an online campaign aimed at raising $10 million to fund his plan to reveal what he calls the truth.
I've had a moment of clarity where God and I had some kind of a ethereal conversation. I can't really describe it, but all I can tell you is that it was an out-of-body experience, and I felt the presence of God, and I was shown, like, look at everything in your life. Why is it that I did an album about angels, a project about angels? I'm a Jewish kid. I don't even believe in angels. So I started realizing, like, oh my God, there's a reason why everybody thought of me when Harvey Weinstein's name came up. There's a reason why everybody thought of me the day Michael Jackson died. There's a reason why everybody thought of me when...
What do you mean there's a reason?
...issue gets pulled up. Anything to do with the sex scandals in Hollywood. Because I am supposed to carry this torch.
It sounds to me like he's trying...
Wasn't the reason because he was molested?
Right.
But he's acting as if it was like an intervention or like a divine intervention of like.
Yeah, these
there's
people.
A reason that they keep talking about it. Like, yeah.
If these people like this with this type of brain, if they wake up one day, they find that things are not the way they like them to be, they search a profound new solution they had never previously considered, and that's always an exhausting conversation to have.
Yeah, and I hate that he's in this position anyway to like have this sort of feeling, but it's hard to watch sometimes.
Now his band is all men, and he still does the band thing every now and then. I don't know how often.
Yeah.
And the details that have continued to come out since the documentary has come out are definitely worth looking into if it's an issue that you find relevant. I'm going to let us wrap up because it's the hour, but More always on patreon.com/JacobV, caddyshackil.org, Save a Life, or 9. That's episode 147 of Jacob V Weekly. We'll see you next week.
Bye.